Welcome back, everybody. This is My Journey 4K. We are back in IMSA in the Dallara P217. Let's get into it. Looks like we're starting 6th in class. In 5th. We're up to 5th currently. We're going to cross the line in 5th. That looks like where we're starting. Strength of the field today is a 26:45. We're coming into this race with a 12:94 rating. And to hold off this white LMP2 just behind us here, we're going to go defensive. Taking the blocking lane. They are not going to challenge. I'm going to have to take the curbs a little extra hard though. Coming out of the outer loop. Still on our tail. Cars battling in front, side by side. Looks like we might start to have a run on the cars in front of us. All this dodging and bobbing around there. I'm gonna go too wide in front here. We're gonna get to the inside of the blue LMP2. Not gonna take it though. The white LMP2 will try and get by. I think they did. Down to 6th place currently in class. Nose to tail. Many cars close to each other still. Blue cars moving around a lot. This is Watkins Glen, the boot setup. It's a 35-minute race today. We will need to stop once for fuel. It is an A license requirement for entry here. IMSA fixed series. We cannot really make many changes to our car, but that means everybody else can't either. So it's pretty even, especially with us all driving the same car here. This is multi-class racing. There are 3 classes. The GTP, also known as the hypercar class. Then there's our class, the LMP2 prototype class. And then there's the GT3 production race car class. We will see them later on in the race. We're losing just a little bit of ground to the car in front, going a little wide there. That'll be a 1x penalty. You can see we're gaining time on the car behind us now though. Blue car is still not very far in front of us. That would be 4th place. We started the race in 5th, we're currently in 6th. Not letting these guys get away. We are gaining time in the car behind us. So that is really not much of a worry. Lots of curbs to drive over there to gain the ultimate time. You can see the car behind barely peeking out around the corner. Less than a second gap to the car in front of us. It's probably about a whole second to that blue LMP2 car up there. Whoa, somebody's slow on the side. That's a Porsche hypercar. You can see the damage they've taken. They must have hit in the wall hard. I'm not sure what caused that completely. We didn't get to see it, but we got to see the carnage after. Closing in on this white and green car in front of us now. I think we finally really got our tires up to temp and then comfortable on the racetrack. We haven't always had the best of luck here at Watkins Glen, but we do like racing it. And we'll come back for more. Still less than a second to the gap to the car in front. About a second gap to the car behind. Isn't probably our fastest area on track though. With the strength of the field today at a 26.45, that gives us a decent opportunity for points here if we can finish near the front. Car in front going extra wide there. That really isn't an off-track penalty. You can go that wide there. But you do have to come back before the grass. You put 2 tires off in that grass over there and it'll give you that 1X. Closing in on the car in front now, just a few tenths of a second behind. Just about 7 minutes into the race. Trying to close in on 5th right now. We're just a few tenths behind. We started in 5th, so we should be able to get back up there, I think. That blue LMP2 car is getting away a little bit. I wonder if it's because they've got the pace or they're just... This car in front is slowing it down. Trying to block us, or they're nervous or something. Looks like we had the cleaner exit there. See if we can be ready to start to make a move on them. We're really close now, right on their bumper. Got okay pace. That's another 1X for us there, probably. But we're just looking to go as fast as we can. Not let this person get away. Getting the 1X here or there isn't gonna harm us too much. They're going a bit wide there, losing control, gonna hit the wall. That'll be an easy pass for us back up into 5th place now. You can see the blue car behind has also made the pass. They did hit the wall pretty hard, it looked like. They're going to be losing time due to that. Looking forward to the darker blue LMP2 car in front of us. In 4th place. Currently, we're in 5th. Just about 9 minutes into the race. I don't think the pit window is open yet, but we are getting close. You can see that white and green car behind a bit now. Got by cleanly. Looks like they're going a bit wide there again. They're going to struggle, that white and green car behind us, although the blue car behind is starting to close in just a little bit. Not sure what happened. We got to pick up the pace again. Less than a second to the car behind. Looking to close to the car in front. The white and green car behind us is going to struggle for grip now. We're going to lose sight of them pretty soon, probably within a lap or two. Car in front isn't too far in front at the moment, but we are having to worry a little bit about this blue car behind us closing in just a little bit. Traffic is going to change things when we start to run into them. Looking like a pretty clean race so far. Probably running pretty consistent. Not seeing much variation in our line. Car behind has sort of disappeared. Not sure what happened. Now it's the white and green car back there. Starting to catch the GT3 cars. You can see the LMP2 car was slowed up a little bit by that. Not sure what happened to that blue car behind. I didn't even really see. Catching the Porsche GT3 car now. We should get by before turn 1. Barely. Gonna take a little bit of an offline here, but we're gonna come out alright. No off tracks, thankfully. Still 5th in our class. Trying to run down 4th, starting to catch the GT3 field now. Pit window should be opening soon. Probably at the end of this lap or so. See another GT3 car just in front of the LMP2 car in front of us. LMP2 car in front of us, stuck behind a GT3 it looks like. Same with the car behind, caught behind that GT3 coming out of that corner. It's going to slow him down quite a bit. We're going to get away from the cars behind us now, I think. Starting to catch up to that blue LMP2 car in front. Not quite sure what the gap is yet. Good to see it once we get near the start-finish line. Car in front has some big front-end damage there. They should let us by soon. Flashing our lights. Tough spot to do it here, but we can get to the outside. Get around them. There we go. Still 5th in our class. Running down the GT3 cars now. I don't think this one's going to slow us down much. But we're going to have to find a good place to pass up here. Flashing our lights, letting them know we're coming by. A decent run there for it. Hopefully closing in on the car in front. Can't see any LMP2 cars behind us anymore. I don't think we're losing a whole lot of time to the car in front of us. But it's still a few seconds gap, I believe. About 14 minutes in the race now. Catching the GT3 traffic coming up to these corners. Not the best time to do it. Wonder if we're going to decide to pit soon or not, or if we just keep passing these cars for now and pushing our fuel window. You can see the blue LMP2 car in front of us now. Getting held up by the traffic. Oh, a Porsche crashed off on the side of the road. We weren't quite sure what to do with that. It did hold us up from getting by the Ferrari easily. I'm going to get by this one first. And that car's going to let us by on the outside. Into the kink. There's two cars in front of us. We're going to close the gap really quickly to the Ferrari in front, but we should be able to just pass on the outside here. Flowing through the traffic decently right now. We're going to be right up on the Porsche here as we come into the straight. We shouldn't have a problem passing them. I think we're still full speed. You can see the two cars behind battling. We're going a little bit wide here though. Not the fastest lap there. Lots of traffic though, and I think we got through a little bit better than that blue LMP2 car in front of us, which we could barely see on screen. I'd like to get a little bit closer. About a 3-second gap to the car in front, I think. Now it's a Porsche GT3. Oh, you can see the Porsche behind lose control. That's going to cause problems for the cars behind again. We're going to catch this Porsche GT3 into the double chicane here, also known as the inner loop. Have to wait to get by till we get to the outer loop, which is where we're at now. And some people might call it a corkscrew, but it's really not like Laguna Seca's corkscrew. I think a loop is a more accurate definition of that corner. You can see those LMP2 cars quite a distance behind now. Struggled to get through some of that traffic just like we did. When they're stacked up like that, it makes it a little harder. Pit window should be open, but we should be clear of the GT3s now. We may want to just stay out there. Try and run as much fuel as we can. Catching another Porsche GT3 car ahead. Track is pretty clear at the moment. Pit window isn't going to close for several more minutes, so we have a few more laps for sure. These are about a minute and a half laps, a little bit over. I think we're running like 134s or something here. About 18 minutes into the race. Catching another GT3 car. It'd be nice if I could see what place they're in. This may be the leader. Have to wait to pass until after this. Looks like some hypercars are starting to catch us now. That's gonna make things a little more difficult. It should be one of the last GT3 cars that we have to pass for now. Although we're going to need to make our pit stop, and I think they can stay out longer than us. That's an Acura and a Cadillac behind us, not our class. Those are the leaders. We're not going to try and block. It's not our fight. We're still 5th in our class. Kind of lost sight of the blue LMP2 car in front of us. Another hypercar behind them, so we've got 3 hypercars behind us now. They're gonna need to get by soon. We may just pull in here. No, not quite yet. Gonna give them plenty of racing room though. First and second place there. Running a pretty clean race so far. Hypercars must have pitted behind us because I don't see anybody back there anymore. They should have been closing the gap on us. That's an LMP2 car back there again. We're gonna need to make our pit stop though. I think they do as well. Over 20 minutes in the race, about 15 minutes remain. How many laps we do will depend on where the leader is when time expires. We're still 5th in class. I don't think anybody in front of us has made their pit stop, and neither have we. Looks like, are we starting to catch GT3 cars again? Maybe the really far back of the field. You can see the LMP2 car behind is quite a bit back there. No, those are still hypercars in front of us, it looks like. Coming in this full speed. I don't think we've taken our pit stop yet. Should have a few more laps of fuel though. Looking like a pretty good exit out of those corners. Should be doing pretty good laps here. Clean track in front and behind at the moment. Still 5th in our class. Having a decent run, pretty clean so far. No real mistakes, thankfully. We're still 5th. We do need to make our pit stop still. That might be happening for our class really soon, although with this clear track right now, I'd be fine to just keep it out. At least till we start to run into traffic again. We don't really want to get caught up in that GT3 traffic. We're pulling in now though. Car behind is also going to pit. Hypercars are also coming in behind us. One LMP2 car was already in the pits. I'm not sure if there's somebody in front of us who's making their stop. We're just taking on fuel here. Sitting on the pit limiter. Finally get to exit. We're going to have a hypercar near us. Nope, they're going to pass us before we get out of the pits. No problem. See if we can't get back up to speed now. When we crossed the line, we were still in 5th. We'll have to see what happens here. Some more hypercars behind us. I think that's the blue LMP2 car behind that pitted. Gonna have some hypercars to deal with, slowing them down. We've got the GT3 car in front of us here. It's gonna slow us down just a little bit here, but I think we ought to be able to get on the outside, no problem. Couple yellow Cadillacs behind. Going side by side. They're gonna catch us soon as well. It looks like the one got in front by a decent amount, at least a couple car lengths. I don't think they're gonna fully catch us until this straight up here. We're starting to catch another GT3 car, Porsche, in front of us. Probably gonna end up slowing down the Cadillac a little bit. Trying to keep up as much speed as possible. As you can see, it waited till the straight there to try and get by. The other Cadillac behind is going to sneak up to the inside of us there. surprising us. Looks like we're up to 4th in class now. Flashing our lights, there's a GT3 car just ahead. Hypercars got by decently. At least we didn't hold that one up too much. They held us up a little bit. Big group of hypercars behind now. Bunch of yellow Cadillacs back there. Gonna be a little bit before they fully catch us. They got a GT3 car in their way as well. We started the race in 5th place, fell down to 6th for a while, got back up to 5th after they made a mistake, made our pit stop, was still in 5th after we fully come out. After our outlap, we are in 4th place, not quite sure what happened, I didn't see it. Hypercars are starting to catch now. They won't be able to get by until they get to this straight up ahead as well. Nose to tail. Hopefully they don't get too aggressive. They're not going to like us slowing them down in any way. We've made our pit stop, so we don't need to pull in for anything. I think we've got enough speed. We ought to be able to just stay in front through these corners, no problem. They are going to slow us up here. They're going to want to get by. At least the one will be able to. Looks like I do have a decent exit there. They're going to force us to go a little bit wide off of our racing line. We're going to stay wide to let the Cadillac by. All three of them nose to tail pretty much, right in front of us. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. About 8 minutes remain in the race. You can see the blue LMP2 car behind us. They've been back there a while. Not sure what happened when we were in 5th, but somebody in front must have crashed their car because we are now up into 4th, and I didn't see signs of anything happening, really. We should have a decent enough gap to hold off that car behind. Another hypercar starting to catch. Still running a nice clean race. I think that we've only had 2 incident points for going off track just slightly. Not even in the place you would expect coming out of turn 1. It's usually where I'm bouncing off over that curb just a little extra. Oh, hypercar slow on the inside there. They almost hit the hypercar behind us. Trying to prevent them from passing or something. We just lost control. Yellow Cadillac is going to catch us quickly here. I'm going to pull off. Try and get... Alright, well. They can pass us right up here then. Right on the inside, no problem. 11th place. They're going to barely get by us. Hopefully they aren't holding us up there. They shouldn't be, but they might be. Blue and white LMP2 car not too far behind there. We're going to have another hypercar behind sliding in, out of the corner. Right on my tail, hopefully. Alright. We'll give them that opportunity to take that. They are further up in the field. 11th place is probably going to get passed by them soon. 6th place it looks like they're in. We are 4th in our class. Those hypercars are not in our class. We do have a GT3 car just ahead that's also not in our class, but it's going to slow us down if they're not going to We're not going to get by before the double chicane. They're going to force us in quite a bit. Taking a big bit of that curve. Their car behind's going to get slowed up by that GT3 car now. About 5 minutes remain for us to hold them off. Fourth in our class. They're slowly catching somehow. Just caught a glimpse of that car in front. It looks like a red LMP2 car, part of our class. Not sure if this is a lapped car or if this is third place in front of us. It could be third. We might be looking at a podium opportunity here. White and blue LMP2 car behind is catching though. We're still fourth in our class. Catching some more GT3 traffic. Just a few minutes remain in the race. Pretty hard to avoid being lapped by the hypercars. They're pretty fast. There's a lot of straightaway here that they can really gain on us. White and blue LMP2 car not going to have the best exit there out of turn 1. We're closing in on this red car in front of us though. This could be for third place. Number 33, the red and white LMP2 car. We're flashing our lights at them. No, we've got pace on them. They're going to go wide. It's hard to tell what place they're in. Porsche hypercar behind us is catching quickly. I think that might have just been a back marker. White and blue LMP2 car behind is catching up. Yellow Porsche is going to force us to go wide here. Not the best exit on that corner for us. Hate to give up that much time to a hypercar in front of us here. We'll have to see what position we're in. If that red car was actually third, we could be in a podium position at the moment. White and blue LMP2 car behind, closing in though. Within a second. We can come across the line here soon. Looks like it's still fourth. That was a back marker. Alrighty. Not podium position yet, but we are in fourth in our class. Running down some more GT3 cars just ahead. Gonna need to consider blocking the car behind a little bit, going a little bit defensive. Let's see where I think they're fastest. Catching this GT3 car now, flashing our lights. We should be able to get by on the inside here in the corner. We're gonna hold up the blue and yellow or white car behind us. I don't know why I said yellow. Yellow lights. Blue and white LMP2 car just behind us. Catching some more GT3 cars in front. Still fourth in our class. We're gonna flash our lights and see if we can't get by soon. They're on a bit of a different line. I think we're going to cut them off before this other straight here. The blue and white car is going to struggle to get by them. They're going to be offline here. We got another GT3 car just in front though, a Ferrari. The paint scheme doesn't look like a Ferrari, but it is. We're going to go defensive here. Time is near expiring. This could be the last lap. Depends where this leader is. I don't know where they are. What happened to the car behind? They just disappeared. I missed something. We're looking for something else. They must have gone off or lost connection because I do not see them on track anymore. We're still in fourth. I've lapped somebody in our class. Time has expired. I'm not certain if this is the last lap. I didn't see the flag. Sometimes it doesn't come up right away. Depends where the leader is. Catching another Porsche GT3 car in front of us. Looks like we're gonna work on trying to take that inside line. There we go, flashing our lights, letting them know we'll get by before the last corners. Ooh. Got on the gas a little bit too early there or something. Started to lose the back end, but we recovered quickly. Stayed in front of the GT3 at least. I think this has got to be the last lap now. Still fourth in our class. Gonna run another lap. Not sure where third is. Fifth was getting close. Then they just sort of disappeared off the screen. I'm not sure what happened. Maybe it was they went off and I just quite didn't see where they went. But this should be the last lap. 35 minutes is over. Not sure where the leader is though. Hopefully we've taken on enough fuel to do an extra lap. I believe we have. I was manually controlling this at the time. That has since changed. I probably took on way too much fuel, so I could go as many laps as needed. It was never really a worry. But it did hold me up in the pits a little bit, and every second counts. There's the checkered flag there. Alright, we started the race in 5th, we finished 4th. We started with a 1294, we gained 34 points, we're up to a 1328. Alright, 1.3k. Thanks for watching everybody, see you next time.